Julia. So today's holidays is going to be about my favorite products of this past year. So instead of doing like a really long video of like, oh, I really like this nail polish, oh, I really like this lipstick, oh, you know, this, because that's really all, a lot of it down to just personal taste, and you know, everyone's got different coloring and stuff. So if I would just do the products that I really use the most, and I'm not even really going to talk about like specific eyeshadow colors or, you know, really specific things, because yeah, it's just too hard to narrow it down. Either some of the products I've just like discovered this year and I've just loved them, using them, and I'm definitely gonna put them into my overall beauty routine, and some of them yeah, I just use all the time, kind of my desert island beauty products. By the way, do you guys like my little snow hat? I thought it was quite cute. Yeah, so wintry feeling. So let's get started. I'm going to start off first with hair care, and it is the Sebastian Shine Crafter Moldable Wax. This one works really great for smoothing down flyaways, so it smooths them down, and it also gives like a nice definition if you do wavy or curly hair like I've got it today. I just put in a little bit of the product. It just makes them very, very smooth, especially if you have kind of frizzy hair. This works really great, and it adds a really nice shiny gloss. All right, let's move on to the face. So foundation, no surprise, it is NARS Sheer Glow. It is my favorite foundation, and I've tried out new foundations this year from various brands, and nothing has really topped this for me. So this is still my favorite foundation. I personally wear the shade Mont Blanc. It contains 30 milliliters, which is pretty much the standard amount for sort of higher end brands. And it doesn't really give a very glowing, like it does glow a little bit, but it's not like shimmery or sparkly or anything like that. It just gives like a nice natural finish to the skin, and I like the coverage that it gives. It's medium to full coverage for me personally. I've also discovered this year this Smashbox powder. This is the Halo Hydrating Perfecting Powder. It's, I think, mineral based, and I've always had problems in the past with mineral powders because they used to like always itch my skin. This one doesn't. It has a grinding function. I've actually used it today, so you can just get enough out, like the amount that you need. It gives a really nice matte finish, and you can also use this instead of foundations. Another little find this year was the Maybelline Beauty Blender Dupe Sponge. So this is available at DM drugstores, so DM. I know they have them in Germany, and I think they've also have them in several other European countries. So this is like the perfect dupe of the Beauty Blender, and it costs about like €2 or €2 or €3 for one of these. So they're great. The quality of the sponge is really nice. Like it's a very fine textured sponge. You can wet it before you apply it, and you can use this side for your foundation and apply it. And you can also use this sort of pointier edge and, you know, blend out your concealer. And like I said, a perfect dupe to the Sephora Beauty Blender sponge. And that one is like $25 or something, and this one is like €3. So really great find. I am going to mention one sort of color product because this blush, I have just used it so much. This is like my blush when I don't know what kind of blush to combine with my makeup, and I'm just like, what should I reach for? I don't know, so I'll just grab this one. This one is also by Smashbox. It's the Blush Rush blush in Bare. So it is a very neutral color. It's kind of one of those colors that just gives your face a little bit of a tan, very neutral glow. It's great when you have a lot going on in the way of color already, like maybe you've got really bright lipstick or, you know, some funky eyeshadow, and then, you know, sometimes you don't want to grab like a really bright color on your cheeks also. So this one is kind of like my go-to blush in that instance. So I have used this a ton this year. And I always take this with me when I'm traveling for some reason, because sometimes I don't know, you know, what kind of makeup I want to do there. So I'll be like, oh, I'll just grab this one because I know it's going to work. I've also totally fallen in love with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powders. You guys have probably heard a ton about this on YouTube, so I'm not going to spend too much time blabbing about it. They are expensive. They, I think, about $45 or $50 at Sephora, which is a lot in the way of a powder. Yes, I totally agree with you guys there. But they totally live up to the hype, I think, because when you put it on your face, it just looks so flawless. Like it just looks like you've airbrushed your face. Like I don't even know how it works. I think it's just because it's so finely milled. And I have the shade Mood Light. And the next time I'm in Canada or in the States, I'm definitely going to pick up another color, at least one, or like one of those palettes that are out, although I think those are limited edition. But great product, like really, really worth the money. Setting powder this year, I either reach for one of the Smashbox one that I just talked about, or this one. This is by Kryolan, and this is the HD Micro Silk Powder. So yeah, it's a very, very light textured powder. It's translucent, so it is kind of a mess. Like you can you see that like stuff floating up? There is a sifter there, but because the powder is so fine, it does kind of, it does kind of float up. But yeah, this is, yeah, a little bit messy. Makes a really flawless finish, like a matte finish without it looking chalky or dry on your skin. And you can get this in a few different colors. So for darker skin tones, like I'd get one that's a little bit darker because otherwise you might have like a white cast on your face. And the last kind of face product that I've just totally fallen in love with this year is the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. So this is just an awesome concealer. Well, I personally use it on my under eyes. So I know like at Sephora, they told me like, oh no, this is like way too heavy. Don't you buy this for under your eyes. So, you know, try it out at Sephora. Maybe this is too heavy for some people, but I have like really dark circles because my skin is so fair. The darkness really shows through. So this just covers them really well. I just apply like the tiniest amount with the tips of my fingers and then just blend it in. One of the products that I use almost in every tutorial now since I got this is the Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC. And it looks like this in a pot, and it's just a neutral color with a yellow tinge to it. This is the perfect neutralizing base if you have discoloration on your eyes. My lids look always a little bit red. I'm just, you know, because I'm so fair, the little veins that are underneath my skin just really show through. So this kind of covers that up, and it also makes a great eyeshadow base. Today I'm using really light colors on my eye, so I want to cover up that redness before I start putting on the shadows. So this works great for that, and it really stays put. Other sort of holy grail product that I use all the time is the Black Track Fluid Line by MAC. It's the black gel eyeliner. I've used this for years, and honestly, I just keep repurchasing this. I have tried so many other gel liners. I think the other one that's really good, and I almost put in here, is the Kryolan Cream Eyeliner, which is very similar, but this is kind of my all-time favorite. I've tried other ones by different brands, like drugstore brands, also other higher-end brands. For me personally, this is the best. So it really stays, it doesn't transfer onto your lid, especially if you have hooded lids. It just stays put. It's really black, and I apply this with a brush, and it just is perfect. So that's always in my bag. Like if I'm going traveling, that's always in my bag. Mascara this year, I have also really fallen in love with the Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara. It's a great mascara. It's just, I don't know, it's just a general all-around good mascara. It does kind of have a fat brush. It just coats my lashes really nicely. It's a very, very black, deep, dark formula. It lasts, like it doesn't flake down on me. And sort of for drugstore, like less expensive price, I also really enjoy the Lash Out Butterfly Mascara by L'Oreal, and I think this was a new product this year. I think the brush is really cool. It's one of those latex, like plastic brushes, and what's interesting is that the brush head kind of swoops up a little bit, kind of like a butterfly wing that goes out like that. It doesn't clump, it doesn't flake on me. Some L'Oreal mascaras really flake badly on me. This one doesn't. Eyebrow products really hasn't changed much with me. I really like the MAC eyebrow pencils. I use the shade Lingering. I also use a brow powder on top, and I use one by Kryolan. It's the eyebrow powder in the shade Medium. Not too warm. Like I like it if it's a little bit more of a like a cool tone brown. And I also really like this one by La Masca. It's the eyebrow cake in the shade Gaze. This is a slightly darker color than the one by Kryolan. And for setting my brows, I use one of these two. I either use this one by Kryolan. It's the eyebrow forming gel. And this one just makes your brows like stay in place, like they're not gonna budge. They're there, you know? And the other one that I really like is the one by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is just the clear brow gel that's very similar. So it's kind of funny, actually. I didn't really know I had this many Kryolan products in here, but they're just make really great products. So I know I said I wasn't going to be mentioning like specific colors, like specific lipsticks and specific eyeshadows that I like, but I do have to give a quick shout out for these ones. It's the Maybelline Color Burst Vivid Lipsticks, and These were such a great find. I think they came out this past summer, and I think I bought all of them by now. And they're just such a great bang for your buck. The colors are just so fantastic. This one I wore a lot. It's Fuchsia Flash. And it's just the most intense like fuchsia shade. And I also wore a lot Shocking Coral, which is another really bright one, and it's going a bit more into the corally side. These are just fantastic, and I just wanted to mention them because, you know, I did mention sort of a lot of higher end brands. I do actually have a lot of, you know, drugstore products that I like. And these are one of the ones that I definitely need to mention because they're such great lipsticks if you like bright colors. All right, nails. I have to mention a few products here that I just love. The first one is Sache Top Coat. I can't buy this here in Switzerland, so I actually just ordered it online, and I actually bought the giant bottle like this. And this is honestly a few years old, so I'm just at this level now, and I use them every single time I change my polish. So what I do is I just pour some of that into this little bottle. And what I also bought with it, because sometimes the Sache after a while, because it's a dry fast top coat, it can actually dry out in the bottle. I went ahead and bought the Sache Restore thinner. So what you do is you just mix like a few drops. There's a little like eyedropper kind of with it, and then you get a few drops out and you mix it into your bottle to thin it down again. And this is like my favorite top coat. A lot of you guys always ask me like why your nails are always so shiny and like glossy on the top, and it is this top coat. And also for nails is another product that I just can't live without is the Burt's Bees Lemon Butter Cuticle Cream. And it comes in a little tin that sometimes a little bit awkward to open, but you can just get some of it out and then you just kind of smooth it around your cuticles. And I like to do this like at night, just like before I'm going to bed. It makes them very smooth, and so that you don't get those like hard, ridgy kind of cuticles, like, you know, I'm sure you guys know what I mean. I wanted to mention a brush that I got this year. It was from OCC. They sent it as one of their press send outs. They sent me like a lot of their products, and I love this brush. It doesn't even have a name or a number or anything. It just says Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. It's just like the large powder brush. All their stuff is like vegan, so it's not made of animal hair, it's like synthetic. This brush is so soft, and like the quality is amazing. I like the white handle personally. I don't know, it just reminds me of like my iPhone, and you know, I'm kind of a Mac girl, so it is so soft, and it works really wonderfully with powders. This one is also one that I like. It's the contouring brush by OCC, and this is really great for like contouring or bronzer and stuff like that. Lastly, skincare. You know, I use a lot of different skincare because I'm always like trying out new things, because you know, a lot of stuff just gets like sent to me and I want to try out what's out there, but then I always come back to these products, so I had to mention them. The one range that I always come back to is La Roche-Posay, and I've talked about these you know, in several videos like for many years now. Skincare products that they make are just great. They're kind of no fuss. They just kind of do exactly what they say that they're supposed to do. I like this one especially in the winter. It's the Toleriane Riche. It doesn't have any perfumes or any kind of additives and stuff. This is like for really sensitive skin, and it's very moisturizing. And in the summer I use this. This is the Hydriane Légère. It is a moisturizer that is not so heavy. So in the summer I want something very light but still moisturizing, so I'll use this. And the other range that I really like is Bioderma, but the creams are really great. These are available in France. I personally buy mine in France. Sometimes I will go to France, or you can also buy them in Germany. If you live overseas, then you might have to like try eBay or something like that. I know it's annoying, but these products are great. So I use the Sensibio Light sometimes. This is for sensitive skin and also is perfume free, something that I like. I don't like skincare with perfume in it. And then I also like this one. It's the Créaline Fort. Again, this is for sensitive skin, and this is also for reddened skin. So in the winter, sometimes I'll get like a little bit of redness like on my cheeks and stuff. Like sometimes I will be trying out new skincare products, and then I notice like I'll get flaky skin, and then I'm just like, okay, why do I even bother? I just have to go back to one of these two, either the Bioderma or the La Roche-Posay, and then it'll like, my skin will go back to normal. All right, so that is it. Those are my top and most used products of 2013. I also wanted to wish you guys a really really great Christmas for those of you celebrating, because this is going to be my last video before Christmas. So I am going up to the cabin with my family and, well, my partner's family, my boyfriend's family, and we're going to be celebrating Christmas in the snow. I hope you guys have a great Christmas. Hope you guys have fun celebrating and cooking and eating lovely food. Yeah, on the 24th and then 25th, there's not going to be any videos for the holiday series because I am not here, and I want to have Christmas with my family. But I think on the 26th, I have a new video up. So I will see you guys then, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye!